All right, so Mo, your friend gets caught in a very uncomfortable situation. It has everything to do with the computer and work and what was on that computer.
Yeah, my dude got himself in a really tight spot, man. And I have no idea what he should do. So, some backstory. So he was in real estate for most of his career, and I don't know the first thing about real estate, but apparently the market is not so great, and so he's kind of trying to make a career shift. And so he gets this new job, which he desperately needed. And he's been there for about 4-5 months now. So obviously, like when you first get a job, he's by the book, trying to do everything right. And everything seems cool at first. But there's this one guy at his job, it seems to always be one who's just riding him. He's just like always on him. He's like the manager of the team, so he kind of micromanages him. He's like always kind of trying to find things that he's doing wrong. He's already went to like the boss about him because I guess the way he was filling out the paperwork, he could have kind of just came to him and said, hey, dude, this is how we do it around here. But instead, he went to the boss. So he's just got this tension with this guy. He's like, this guy hates me, and I don't even know why, but he does. So he's already going through that. And so the way his cubicle is set up, which he thinks the guy had something to do with, is like his computer screen is in front of him, and then the way people walk into his cubicle is from behind him. So he never knows when someone is walking behind him. So as he was like kind of getting acclimated at work, he started to realize because it's a night job, a lot of people will like watch Netflix or something like that to kind of just pass the time so long as they're doing their work. So I don't think it's something you go around telling people you do, but it's kind of something that everybody does. So he's not a Netflix guy, but he loves football. That's his thing. So he was like, if everybody's watching Netflix, then I'm going to watch football.
Now,
like
this is on his break, or this is just during the hours of work?
During the hours of work.
Okay.
So like Sunday nights, Thursday nights when he's in there, that's his thing. He watches football. Now, they don't allow you to actually watch the games from like a cable provider because the Wi-Fi, I guess, like blocks that. But he finds ways around it. Like he can find links. You know, you can find links to watch games and fights.
I do it every Sunday now, man.
Me too. Like you can watch any game you want to. So that's what he does. Now, with the links, and when he told me the story, I knew exactly where it was going. So this has happened to me too. Like sometime if you use outside links to like get a fight, for example, which I did once when I had people over to my house, you know where I'm going now too.
Because I'm thinking of all these pop-ups that come up on the screen when I'm like looking at football games that aren't available in my market. So I know where this is going.
Yes. So if you've never done this, like it's the craziest thing because it has nothing to do with what you're watching, right? Like I had people over for a fight once, and the fight is hooked up to the projector. So if you go to click a link to try to get to the fight, porn will pop up. Basically, is what it is.
Or a dating site sometimes,
like that. So like sometimes it's like. It's some deep stuff. Like and you would think
it's
like,
some X-rated material that pops up.
Yes, very X-rated. And it's like, okay, I'm trying to watch football, but the people there don't know that. Like I've had to explain that to people. All right, like they're looking at me like, Mo, really? And I'm like, listen, I can explain this
because they feel like you have gone somewhere on your computer,
right.
And they're like targeting ads, and so this is stuff you've been looking at. That's why it's being popped up on your computer.
Absolutely think that.
Yes,
that's what most people think.
Like, ew.
I don't know that that's it. I think that they're probably thinking, and I don't know anything about the ads or anything or how they're sold, but I think predominantly the NFL is probably for dudes. So they're selling the ads to these porn sites thinking, dudes, football, I bet they want to see boobs.
There you go, right? And so it's not related to anything but that. And so he's at his cubicle and he's going to watch the game. And so as he clicks on the game, an X-rated video pops up. And it's not like a picture. It's a full-blown video. It's 3 women. They're at work. They're doing what they do at work.
Is there sound too, or it's just a pop-up?
It's sound. If you have the sound on already. Okay. So you have to you got to be quick. You have to mute it, and then you have to hit the X like as quickly as you can.
Haley's like, I've done this 1,000 times.
It's okay, woo, that was close. It's like one of those. And he has like the 2 screens set up, so he's got like really big screens. And he clicks it, and it pops up. And, of course, at first, he's not really, I guess, moving the quickest because he doesn't think anyone is there.
Yeah.
But he said in this moment when it happened, he felt it. Like he just felt like somebody was behind him.
Oh, no.
And he went to click out of it. And as soon as he did, he heard his name. And he turns around. And, of course, of all people, it's the manager.
Damn.
So when he turns around, the manager kind of has like a face. Like, because I was like, what did his face look like? And he said it looked like almost like...
like I'm not mad at you, I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, or like gotcha.
I knew it. Yeah,
like I knew it was something about you.
That's why I put you in this cubicle so I could keep my eye on you, and you just proved me right. I knew this moment was going to come.
Exactly. So he didn't say anything. Like he didn't mention it. He didn't insinuate that he saw it. He just kind of asked him to do whatever it was he came in there to ask him to do, and then he went on about his business. So, of course, for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week, my dude calls me like, yo, what do I do? Do I get in front of it and kind of go to him and be like, listen, dude, I know you saw, well, you did see what you think you saw, but it's not what you think? Or does he kind of just hope he didn't see it or he doesn't say anything?
Yeah, he's got no defense because he's not supposed to be watching football anyway. So what's he going to do? Go, hey, I know what you saw. I promise you I wasn't watching porn. I was only watching football on work hours. Either way, you busted.
True, but maybe it won't look as bad if you
I'd
say
rather
you were
be
watching
busted
football.
watching football than
Yeah.
watching porn.
Because they know
Yeah.
people kind of watch Netflix, so maybe he'll be safe. But I don't know what you do in
But
that
the boss
situation.
hasn't said anything?
Not yet. It's been 3 days. He hasn't said anything yet. So I'm like, maybe you don't say anything.
Oh, no, if it's only been, he might be waiting until tomorrow.
Oh, Friday.
Yeah, that's what
That's
I'm
when people
saying,
get the axe, man.
I know. So I guess he'll find out tomorrow.
Guess we'll all find out
We'll all
tomorrow.
find out tomorrow.
The Bert Show.